Hello, my crafty friends. Well, if you're watching the replay, um, I'm glad you're here. I was hoping to be jelly printing with Letitia, but from Heavenly Gifted, but I haven't. She hasn't um, found my link yet, so I don't know if she'll be coming in or not. I hope she will, but if not, that's why the title says one thing, and you see, it's just me. So sorry about that. Um, anyway, I don't. I don't know. Hi, Brittany. I'm glad you're here. I'm hoping that Letitia will get my message and that she'll be here. But if she's not, we'll just play with the jelly plate anyway. Just would have been more fun to have someone else playing along. Um, anyway, I'm still hopeful that she might can make it. I haven't heard anything saying for sure she can. So um, my plan today is to um, she hasn't said anything that she's having problems. She just hasn't replied to my message or come in. So we'll just wait and see. It may be that she just isn't able to be here today and she didn't, wasn't able to tell me. Um, Hi, Mike. I'm glad you're here. Barbara, I'm glad you're here. And thanks for offering, Barbara. Hi, Brenda. I'm glad you're here. Yes, it is nice and clean. I had to what do you call that? Mineral oil it. So anyway, I've got some stuff over here that I'm going to play with. These are some envelopes that I didn't realize. I got them at the thrift store. What I didn't realize is they're all sealed shut. But I figured we could use them for something. If we jelly print on them, they could, I don't know, put two together and make a cover or something. I don't know. But then I've got some other envelopes that I'm going to play on. And then I've got these bags that I want to put some jelly print stuff on. Now, when I was thinking about doing these, I intended to use my little jelly plate. And I've done that before and it worked great. I haven't ever tried to work with a bag on something like this. So we will have to see how that turns out. Um, anyway, it won't be a big deal if it doesn't work out. Hi, Joan. Hi, Cheryl. I'm glad you're here. Oh, I just looked up there and it said 3:22, and I was like, no, it's only 2 o'clock. And then I realized that's how many minutes I've been on. Oh, y'all, my brain. I'm sorry. Um, my car's been in the shop for almost 2 weeks, but I got it back today, and I'm so happy. They had very generously loaned me one of their shop trucks to drive, so I could have something to drive without having to borrow my mom's car all the time for the past 2 weeks. And but that little Ford, it was not easy to drive, especially when you're as short as I am. I mean, like I was sitting on the steering wheel practically, trying to drive it. It was very difficult. I got in my Flex today, and I felt like I was driving a Cadillac. Oh, I'm so happy to have it back. And I'm hoping that it won't have any more problems for a while. Hey, Janet, I'm glad you're here. You got to run away, Mike. Don't run away. Janet's a sweetie. Um. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start. Okay, I was looking to see if that message was from Letitia, and it's not. So, sorry for false advertising. I was when I set this up and said I was jelly printing with Letitia, I didn't realize she wasn't going to be able to make it. So, And I still don't know. She might still come, I hope. But anyway, if it doesn't happen, we'll be okay. We will all survive, although it would have been more fun. So, is there one of you that want to come on with me? We can really mess with people's minds if somebody else was here instead of her. But she can still come on even if somebody else is here. If somebody else wants to play on the jelly plate today with me, I'll be fine. If nobody wants to, it's not a big deal. I was just curious. I got a link I can send you. Since I'm on StreamYard, I can do that. Just got jokes today. That's okay, Mike. I knew you were joking. I knew you were joking. You have proven to be a jokester. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, I guess. I'm going to be using these Dollar Tree acrylic paints today. And I put something white under my jelly plate because I know when that cardboard with the painting is under there, it's a lot harder for you to see what I'm doing. So, hi, Mindy. Janet needs lots of jokes today. I understand, Janet. I understand. I'm happy to have my car back. I wasn't happy to have to pay, pay to get it back. But I do want to tell those of you that are here that were here last Thursday, and you've that my brother-in-law had a heart attack, which was kind of it was a terrible deja vu thing for me. But I'm glad to be able to tell you that he's doing really well. And today they've weaned him back off the oxygen till he just barely has any on at all. It's like on the lowest setting. So we're all really hopeful that everything's going to be good for him. And thank you all for praying for him. I really do appreciate it. Hi, Sherry. I don't know if I said hi to you in a minute ago or not, but I'm really glad you're here. Okay, let's go ahead and these haven't been shook up, so it is wonderful. I'm very, very happy for him and so happy for his wife. I I could just feel her fear because I've been there. But I'm glad he's doing good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little jealous. I wish I had gotten that kind of outcome with Darren and instead of losing him, but God knows a lot more and better than I do, so I'm gonna try not to think about that. Okay, I'm gonna put down. I'm just gonna put some stuff down on here, and um, we're just gonna put layers on all of these things so that. Thank you, Janet. I love you too, honey. Hey, Kimberly. I'm glad you're here. That one didn't get much, did it? We're just laying down some stuff on them. It doesn't look very exciting, that's for sure. We're going to have to do a lot more. Let's see if I can move some of these out of my way because I need the roll-off paper. I would love that, Barbara. Let me send you a link. There you go. And you can stay and play with both of us when she gets here. Now we'll really confuse people when we say I'm jelly printing with Letitia, but Barbara's the one who's here. Okay, I sent you a link, Barbara. We'll give her a minute. She'll be in here in a minute. Um, Turning on her headset. All right. Uh-oh. There was a little crusty bit got in there. It's not going to be good. These haven't been used in a while, and it's kind of obvious. And we're still just going to be doing some more background stuff on these same papers. That one I'm not going to worry about. I'm just going to go ahead and this is like a puzzle. Hi, Violet. I'm glad you're here. And those of you that that are wondering why I say Letitia's here and she's not, it's because I wrote this before before I realized before I hadn't heard back from her. So hopefully she will still be here soon, and Barbara's going to come in. I think I think Barbara's coming in. And I need something else to go there. There we go. Her camera's not working. Oh no. That's okay. See if you can fix it. I'm going to be here a little bit. If you can fix it, great. And if you don't want to mess with it, you just want to do some jelly printing and forget it, that's okay too. It won't hurt my feelings. Oh, I got stuff everywhere here. Paint ain't nothing. A wrench hurts a lot more than paint, that's for sure. See, that's already looking good. And you can see some of the green from the earlier one. Ooh, that's really pretty. Okay. It doesn't take much to make it start looking good, does it? Yay. Those are looking nice. I like them. Oh, I just got a notification of an email from Longhorn Steakhouse. I love Longhorn Steakhouse. Oh, but I probably won't be going. Not anytime soon. Well, she hasn't joined me yet, Janet. She's going to. Um, she's going to hopefully. Hey, Dana. I'm glad you're here. Well, I hope I'll have plenty of jelly prints. You know, I don't think you can have too many. It's kind of like coffee dyed and avocado dyed papers. You just can't have too many. You just keep making them. Why not go? Can I do curbside from here? Are you saying you want me to send you some, Mindy? I'm not sure what you mean when you say curbside, unless that's what you're asking. And I probably can do curbside. Oh, to Longhorn. Um, well, because when I go to Longhorn, that's fine, Barbara. When I go to Longhorn, Mike, I want the ribeye steak, and that's an expensive thing. Um, we always enjoyed it, and I'm sure I will go once in a while. But now that I'm on a very fixed income, I have to be careful about steak dinners. But they make a great steak, and one of the things I like about Longhorn is that their steamed broccoli is still al dente. They don't steam it to death. And if you ask them, they'll put lots of extra butter on it, and it's really yummy. Oh, from yeah, I could order. I probably could order curbside from Longhorn, but it wouldn't be as good as going there in person, and it would cost even more to do that. But I'm sure I'll go. For special occasions. Hannah likes Longhorn too, so we'll go. That was Darren and my date place though, so we probably won't go for a little while. It's kind of hard to do the same things we used to do with him. You got a field full of prime rib steak? Sure, Mike, send me some. I don't want them on the hoof though. I don't have enough grass for one on a hoof. But well, actually, it's ribeye steaks that I like, which is the same thing I found out as prime rib, except prime rib is more like a roast, but it's the same piece of meat as the ribeye steaks. But anyway, I like the ribeye steaks very much, very much. And there's over the years, Darren and I taught each other some stuff. One of the things he taught me was that I can. Oh, well, you're a sweetie, Mike. Thank you. Um, One of the things he taught me was that I can eat a steak medium. It doesn't have to be well done. And one of the things I taught him is that onions and garlic are good in everything, except desserts, of course. Yeah, Longhorn's great. It's really good. There are some other good steakhouses in town, and some of them other people like better, but we just didn't have as good a luck with other places as we did with Longhorn being consistently good. Uh oh. I'm going to have to mute a second and see if this is important. Just a second. Y'all, I'm so sorry. This I've been trying to talk to this lady for 3 days and she keeps calling back at only at a time when I can't talk. Um instead of calling, when I can talk. So, I don't even know if any of this is going to actually work now, but anyway, um we're supposed to be getting the insurance through Cobra, but they never sent me any information. And I thought we were supposed to get the same price that Darren had been paying at work, but that's evidently not true. So it's anyway, none of that matters. Um none of that matters. Well, Barbara can't get her camera to work. That's okay, Barbara. It's not a big deal. It just would have been fun. It just would have been fun. And I missed a lot of chat, and I'm sorry y'all had to just um sit there, and at least you have each other. At least you have each other. And I don't know what's like I said, this stuff may have dried so that it doesn't even do much. But um but we're going to give it a shot anyway. Well, at least you can still jelly print even if you can't be on here with me, but it would have definitely been fun to have you on here. You kept yourselves occupied. That's good. Hi, Miss Allie. I'm sorry I didn't realize you had come in while I was messing with that. It is very expensive. I thought we were supposed to get the same prices um, that Darren got at work, and Hannah's only working part time, so she can't get this unless we do it this way. So it's hard to decide what's cost effective. Is it worth it or not? So um, poor kid, she's having to kind of grow up fast and have to make decisions like this that she's never had to really make before. So she's doing a great job. She's a wonderful young woman, and I'm very proud of her. But it hasn't been easy. We're watching Brittany sling paint at Mike. Oh dear. Okay. Look for pricing elsewhere. Well, I will if I can find it. Right now my brain is just wanting to say forget it. I just oh I'm sorry. Um. Okay, this is going to be fun though on the next ones I think. But they're looking kind of cool I think. We've got mostly um mostly backgrounds ready now to add stuff to. Not on this one, of course, but most of these are now, they're looking good. So, hi, Riri. I'm sorry I answered your question, or I said yes, I'll look elsewhere, but I didn't say hi to you. I'm sorry. That's true, Dana, and it is. It's a shocking adjustment for all of us. It wasn't, it's hard enough to lose someone who's an integral part of your life. Um, when when they've been sick and that you're going to lose them, but when it just jumps out of the blue at you, kind of like Hannah says, it's like a piano dropped out of the sky. And we've had a lot of pianos dropping out of the sky lately, and it's been hard because the person we count on to to be there for us, when that happens, isn't here. um anyway, we're doing okay. Thanks, Riri. I'll look into that. Hi, Jen. It's good to see you. And those of you that have come in later, I know it says Letitia's going to be here, and I'm not sure what happened, why she hasn't been able to come in, but um, let me go make sure she hasn't messaged me. But she hasn't messaged me, so there might be something just going on when, and she may have just forgotten because it's been a little bit. Yeah, like a piano dropping out of the sky. And I think I'm going to add a little bite to that. Okay. It's funny. I'm not a whole lot of a pink person, and I'm not a whole lot of a yellow person either. But when I'm jelly printing, I like both of those just fine. So I'm not sure what's going on with that, but and this I think is going to be really pretty. Okay. I don't know. I'm just going to go ahead and put this on there. I was going to do something else to it first, but I don't think I'm going to. And I'm going to go ahead and let's do a little bit of this right here. Let's just leave that. And let's do some here. Sometimes it's fun just to go ahead and do some of it, even if it's covered already. Hi, Jacqueline. It's good to see you. I'm just throwing some extra stuff on here now. I don't. Okay, let's take this one out. Turn this around. See if we can put some right there. Well, there we go. There's one that's, ooh, I really like that one. I think these are looking good. They're looking good. That's, oh, well, just a second. There's, all right. I don't know if that'll pull up or not, so a little bit. Just trying to make sure it's all covered good. Okay, these are looking fun. These are looking fun. Let's see how this one's going to do. That one's really messy. I didn't take your wrench, Teresa. Is your wrench gone? I promise you I did not take your wrench. I don't steal people's wrenches once I give them to them. I mean, I guess I might have if somebody was, not but not you. Huh. Oh, it's back. Okay. Well, you had me worried there because I was like, I know I didn't steal your wrench. Okay, that's a really interesting piece. Let it dry because I'm going to have to refold it in a different way. And these, I'm going to go ahead and start working on the back of them. They're probably going to need to dry a little bit more though. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm thinking, and it's not going real well, the thinking. It's not going real well, the thinking. Okay. That's not what I'm wanting. Okay. Sorry. I thought I had some craft stock sheets that were just sheets and um not foldable cards. And I guess maybe that was something Tanya got that I didn't get. Anyway, it's okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Ooh, we'll print on this. That'll be good. It needs something done to it. Thank you, Janet. Okay. I got to go see what Mike would do that he might lose his life over. But that worries me. I don't know. I still don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We want Mike to choose life. So whatever it was he's not going to do, I'm okay with that. All right. Um okay, I'm going to do this and then I'm going to put the back side of some of these around it to make up the extra. But that's just an extra sheet that was in the back of a ledger, one of those big ledger thingy boppers. But take Teresa's drink. Okay, well that's all right. As long as they do it in a loving way, I don't mind them giving each other a hard time. Okay, I got to move these now because I'm not bothering to hang them up because they're so small and I just have to get up and down, and I'm being lazy today. Not feeling like getting up and down too much. His little tootsies are shiverating. Okay, well maybe he needs a hot coffee or hot tea or something. All right. On here, what would be good behind this? And I want to put some kind of print behind it. So we're going to try to make several layers before we actually pull them off, I think. So let's do some of this pink that I'm not that fond of. If I can get the goopy bits out. And it sounds like an Elvis dance move. Maybe it is an Elvis dance move. I'm going to add a little bit of red and a little bit of white to that pink just to give it some, you know, so it's not boring. Oh, yeah, well, we didn't ever turn ours down. We just have it set. You know, if it gets above a certain temperature, it doesn't come on. But our high yesterday was 25, and 2 days before that, the high was 70. So, okay. Well, I didn't get a whole lot on there. Um, let's let's do some. It's hard to tell where I'm stamping off from. Okay, now let's see if we can stick a few of these. Oh, that wasn't exactly what I wanted to do. The high today is negative 15. Oh, goodness, you win, Mike. You win. Is there anybody who can beat that? No, I think our high today is supposed to be about freezing, so we're definitely. Okay. Now then, I'm going to let this dry, and then we'll put another color over it, and then we'll pick up stuff. Let me get my little fan. Where is my little fan? Blue, blue, blue suede shoes, baby. Negative 47. Oh, my goodness, Mike. Your cows are lucky you're so dedicated. They're lucky you're so dedicated. How many times a day do you have to break ice? I would think it would be more than once, especially that cold. Just this little fan is amazing. Allie's high today is 24. None. You don't have to break ice. Well, that's nice. That's nice. I'm glad. Is it because of technological advances or they're in heated barns? All right, good. That's good. Well, I feel better for them and for you now that I know that. Okay, it is wonderful, Janet. It is. Tanya found these at Dollar Tree. Um, I'm sure there you might can see them somewhere else. I haven't seen them at my Dollar Tree at all, and she hasn't seen them since she got these. There were two there, and she picked them up and gave me one. Wasn't that sweet? The cows are making ice cream. Oh, sounds good to me. Okay, now then, what color should I put behind all of this? Do I have a purple? I do have a purple. Let's do purple. I never use purple. Well, rarely. I rarely use purple, but this is a pretty purple. Oh, that may not be quite enough. Okay, we're going to put this right down in the middle. Yeah, I'm just going to do it. Put it in the middle. And then we're going to put these around it. Where's Andrea? She'll get them thumbs up. I don't know where Andrea is. I hope she's okay. Okay. This is kind of like, a mystery. You never know what you're going to pull up. So it's kind of fun. Purple and rust or copper. Ooh, that would have been good. But I just put purple. Oh, dear. Well, it's not pulling up much print. We'll see if the paper in the middle did better. Got to grab all these little bits or we're going to end up tearing it. Guess I could have come from the other direction. And maybe that wouldn't be so, but... Where's Tanya? Well, Tanya and Jeff, it's kind of cool, but you don't see the flowers at all. Tanya and Jeff are traveling. I think they're in New Mexico right now, but they may have gone on towards Arizona. I'm not positive. I don't have their itinerary. She went on vacation to get away from harassment. There you go. Okay. Just trying to decide what to do next. Okay, sorry. I noticed I had a message on Facebook and I just wanted to check, make sure it wasn't Letitia. She didn't tell Mike because he messed with her. Oh. Well, I'm sure she didn't purposely keep it from him, but if you're not around when she said it, then you don't know. Oh, I thought this one was, I thought it was metallic, but it's not. It's just a different green. Oh, there's the metallic one. Okay. We'll add a little of this in there. Oh, this bottle doesn't squeeze like the others, and so you don't realize how much difference it makes. I don't know, Barbara. I don't know. I just hope she's okay. That's all I really care about, that she's okay and that there's not something wrong. If she misunderstood, that's easily understandable. Um, and if she messages me and she thought it was Monday and Monday works better for her, I'll be glad for her to come on with me on Monday night. That would be great. That would be great. Okay, let me see if she's in California. Well, if she shows up in a little bit, we'll know that was the thing. Let me find some leaves. Okay. So let's bring this back over here. No, let's bring this over here. We'll put some leaves on it. Well, she probably didn't know that it was important that she give you a personal message, Mike. She probably didn't know. Oh, this is slipping all over the place. I don't know if that is just because I've got too much paint on here or if it's something else. Oops, let's scoot this back. Okay, let's do some more. Now then I'm going to mess up this by doing too many leaves on it. But that's okay. I'm not going to fret over it or worry about it because I'm just having fun. I really am filling it up though because it's much smaller than this plate up here. Oh, goodness, Barbara, I'm sorry. And I wish I could help you with that, but I am not a Mac person. I am not a Mac person. I know nothing when it comes to that. We're just going to have leaves everywhere here. I don't know. Okay. Now we're going to once again let this dry. Yes. I think that's a strongly worded email sounds like a good idea. Where'd I put my little fan? Like everything about Apple except their computers. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have a Logitech. That's what I use as a Logitech, and I really like it. But I'm on Windows, and I don't know if it makes any difference or not. Mine is the C920 or 920C. I'm not sure which way they do that. It's a really old one, but every time I've tried to get something newer, it didn't work as well, so I would go back to this one. Baked apples. That sounds good. I like baked apples too. Lots of red hots and brown sugar in them and butter. I haven't had that in a long time. Hadn't even thought about it in a long time. Now you got me thinking. Teresa. Teresa's is a $10 special. Well, there you go. It works. Well, some of the ones I've tried and sent back cost a lot more than this C920, which I think was $50 when I bought it. I don't know what it costs now, but I bought some that were quite a bit more expensive because Darren thought they might be better, but they weren't better. At least not for me. They would have been better if I was doing a like some kind of Zoom meeting, where I'm writing on a whiteboard and everybody's supposed to watch and from a distance and that kind of thing, they would have worked better. But Mike uses his phone for a camera view facing down. There you go. Teresa's going to her computer so she can see how to control Mike. I'm not sure if you can control Mike. Yeah, I don't know if mine says anything else. I just happen to know which one it is because I looked at so many different versions before I chose this one. And I chose this one because at that time, this is what Dee Dee Willingham was using, and she really liked it. And so I was like, well, if I can afford it, I'm going to go ahead and get it. And then like I said, I've tried other ones that I didn't like as well afterwards, and I'd always sent them back and kept this one. Brittany uses her phone. I use my laptop. It would be nice to have a dedicated computer out here that I didn't have to move my laptop in and out all the time. That was something on the list that Darren wanted me to do, but I hadn't done it yet. So it probably won't get done because this is working. I have an old iPod which has a fine camera in it, but I don't think it will connect to my Mac as a camera. Yeah, I've done videos on my phone a long time ago. I haven't done any since I got this camera. I've made videos, but not for my YouTube channel. But okay, I think that's good. It took a long time. That metallic paint, even just a little bit of it in there, really does change the drying time. Okay, there's my leaves all on there. I think it looks pretty good, even though they're all stamped on top of each other. I'm okay with that. All right, now we need to put something behind this, and hmm. Yeah, and I've never streamed from my phone. I know people do it, but I never have. Okay, I'm not sure I have enough good data to stream from my phone. Well, I might if it's on Wi-Fi. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I'm trying to decide what I want to put behind these leaves because now what's down here is going to be in front, and whatever's I put on top of this is going to be in the back. So it will be like the color of the leaves with the veins being the way they are. I don't know if that makes sense. My old computer didn't like my camera, and I wasn't planning on getting a new computer, so I just streamed from my phone. It was easier for me, but not for everyone. Yeah. Well, I know a lot of people do it, Brittany. I just don't know how. And rather than learn something new, I'll just use this. Oh, copper, of course. Well, I'm going to use this because it's really close to copper, but I'm afraid if I mix copper with this, it won't pull up because I don't have any copper that's this kind of paint. And sometimes they don't stick to each other well if you change paints. But this is a lot like copper, which is one reason I really like this color. So we'll use it and see what happens. Yeah, that's right, Brittany. We all just have to use whatever works best for us. And I only care because I wish I could be helpful and I can't. Um, if I could be more helpful, as far as helping somebody know how to do that, that would be nice. But since I don't do it, I can't be more helpful. Okay. I'm not sure why it's much darker around the edges and it's not getting much paint in the middle. I don't understand that, but we're going to just go ahead and do it. Um, and I'm going to use this. And then this one. And I'm going to put this right here. And this one right here. Whew. Oh, thank you, Janet. It looks like rust to you too. Yeah, it does. And I like that. I like that color because it looks rusty. It's one of my favorite colors of this paint. It's called red oxide. Okay, let's see what we got here. It doesn't really go with the other colors that I've put on the other side, but that's okay. Not sure what I think about that. Whoops. It doesn't show up very well um, on this paper. I don't know if it'll show up on this or not. We'll see. No, that didn't show up very well. Definitely have to put something on top of it. But it's a good underneath grunge layer, I guess. See where the seams are? You have to watch that when you're working with these. I'll be right back. Oh, sorry, y'all. I was having a coughing and sneezing attack. Okay, I made a little journal the other day with the cover from a Dollar Tree sticker book. It was only big enough for a 9-page single signature, but I've actually been making things for it. That's great, Brittany. She might actually finish one. Yay. Allie says if you look on Logitech website, it tells you what the minimum operating system requirement is. That makes perfect sense, Allie. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Okay. Um, I think this stuff may be too dry, but I'm gonna see if I can pick up some of it before we put another layer down on it. Okay. Oh, Mike, you're funny. If I didn't know that you're just a young thing, um, I might believe you. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and do some blues since we've got all this brown stuff on here. Blues will look good. Hi, Susan. It's so good to see you. And I have to say I'm sorry real quick that Letitia didn't make it. I'm not sure what happened, but I already had that in the title, and so it was, I couldn't change it at that point. So she's not actually here. I'm sorry about that because it would have been fun. Uh-oh. There's some crusty bits. I don't want crusty bits on here. That's like a bunch of crusty bits. Okay. That is a deep blue, but it looks kind of a purpley blue. Okay, that is really pretty, just like that. Letitia is heavenly gifted. Oh goodness, I can't think of the whole title of her channel. Mike. Somebody could put it in though. Janet, can you find Letitia's channel and put it in just for grins? Because Mike needs to find her. He might need to harass her. No, don't harass Letitia. She's very sweet. Okay, I'm going to put down some laces just for fun. Let's see how much of this we can actually fill up. Most of it, actually. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's see. And I don't have anything out to put over that. Yeah, I do. Where is it? Okay. Okay, let's use this tissue paper. We're just trying to get out the stuff in the middle so the print will actually show up. You have lots of questions about it. Well, I'll tell you, all of these pieces came from the same place. I was at a thrift store and they had some clothes on a rack that were $1 a piece, and I found all these lacy shirts on that rack, and so I bought them so I could cut them up and use them on the jelly plate. So I never wore that red piece. That's not my style, and I don't wear a lot of red anyway, but okay, let's take this off. I'm not sure we got enough for it to really be what I want, but the shape is a sleeve. I'm just putting it out there. That's a sleeve. I know what it looks like, but it's a sleeve. Um, you just got to take my word for that. When I was cutting these smaller pieces, I was cutting them out of sleeves and pieces that were, that were smaller because I didn't want to use the big piece from the front or back for my small jelly plate. Oh, that looks pretty. Y'all can't tell, but it's really pretty. Thank you, Janet. There's Letitia's channel. Be nice to her. Till she gets to know you, then you can harass her. Okay, let's you trust me. Well, I can tell you right now, I would not be I would not be buying that garment to use on the jelly plate. Oh goodness. No, I'm a little too of a much of a stuffed shirt for that. I gotta just be honest. Darren used to say I was a prude. You're a prude, Lisa. Yeah, sometimes I am. I'm sure I don't always do perfectly appropriate things, but that's more than I could have the courage to do. Oh, you're a mod for Teresa. Okay. Teresa will take care of Letitia when you go over there, Mike. But she's a nice lady. You will like her. And she's a great artist. I'm trying to see how much of this is dry. It's kind of hard to tell. All right, good, Mike. Most of this is dry. It's just kind of hard to tell. Well, she hasn't thrown you out of here. Oh, good, Susan. You will love her. You will love her. She also has um, a Facebook group, and I don't know if it's called Heavenly Gifted. I'm not sure, but you will love her, Susan. Her mother is a great artist too. Oh, cool! I didn't know that. I haven't seen enough of her mom, I guess. I haven't got to watch Letitia live very often because she's always on when I'm doing something else. But when I have, I've really enjoyed it. There's safety in numbers here, yeah. Okay. Now I'm really, really liking this. Really, really liking it. And I think I'm going to put white behind it just so it'll show up better. Heavenly Friends. Thank you, Teresa. I knew it was Heavenly something, but I thought it was different than her YouTube name. I'm probably going to put too much. When I think I've got enough. I don't usually have enough. And then when I add some more, I usually end up with too much. But okay, some of that blue you can tell was not dry. Um, I'm going to have to mute a minute, but I'm going to keep putting this down while I'm muted. It's all right. Okay, my heat gun's going to be going for a minute, but y'all just ignore it. Okay, where's... Oh. Ooh. There we go. And I'm going to stick this. No, let's put it on this side. That'll be fun. Okay. That looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Looks like the beginnings of a masterboard. It's not, but it kind of looks that way. It's Janet you got to look out for, Mike says. She has lead in her wrench. Oh, you don't hold grudges much, do you, Mike? Not much. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull these up now and see what we got. Can't tell a whole lot on that one. I think that looks pretty cool. It's kind of a puzzle because I've got some of them on top of other ones. Oh, I like that. Kind of wishing I'd done a whole piece of paper like that instead of... Well, that envelope actually could be used as an envelope, so that's cool. Okay, let's try it from this direction. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking these. We may have to do some more of this. Is that working for you? Okay, good. All righty. There we go. Ooh, I like that. Okay, that was fun. I think we may need to do it again with a different color. Of course, we're going to have... that's fine. We're going to have all these envelope bits showing up, which might be fun too, so we'll see. But I'm happy with those. There's some part of it that's still not jelly printed on, but I don't think I'm going to worry about that. This one I may go ahead and add some too, but like this one I'm going to leave it because, well, I say that. We'll see. I might change my mind. You know, I do that. These two for sure are done. Now on this side I may do something else, but this side is done because I like them just like that. And that one was just that little bit. So it still needs something over here. And that one still needs some stuff too. So we're going to put these up here that we're going to add a little bit to. You do have a unique name, Mike, to be in a crafting stream. But once you let us get to know you and love you, then, you know, we're all okay with it. But we're all okay with it. But it might, freak some new people out. Okay. Wow. The background around here is still really pretty. Kind of hate to do anything over the top of that um, until I get I may just work in the middle and and then when I go to do the final pull off, do the that last coat on everything. But this is just too pretty to mess up. Yeah, we know you like to be infamous. You don't get to be infamous very long because then we find out you're really just fun. But for a little bit, you get to be infamous. Let's see, what can I put with this green that would actually look good? Because most colors when you put green with them, they don't look so great. He's become accustomed to ducking. That's probably a good thing. Okay, I'm going to use this blue and this green, I think, together. And I'm just going to do kind of here in the middle. And oh, let's go ahead and add a little bit of white to that. I don't know why. I don't know that it's a good idea or not, but I'm going to do it anyway. Copper or silver. We'll use that on the back. Right now I'm just trying to fill up the middle. With some stuff that, okay, I think this down here we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's bring that lace back. Okay. Okay, now we'll bring back our tissue paper. You do need to get one, Mike. You need to get a giant jelly plate, and then you need to come on a stream with me and jelly print. That would be fun. And then everybody could harass you. Okay. Pull these up again. It would be fun, wouldn't it, Janet? I bet, Mike, if you came on to Gelli Print with me, we'd have a record-breaking crowd. I bet we would. Yeah, I got mine on Amazon, and I think that's where Tanya got hers too. I'm trying to think. Um, this is a 12 by 14. They do make them actually bigger. If you think you want the biggest one, I think it's 16 by 20. But this one is a 12 by 14. Oh, well, good, Barbara. That's good. There's still some places around here where there's not anything, but I'm not going to worry about that. Not going to worry about that. Yeah, mine is a 12 by 14, and this is the same size Tanya has. And it's plenty big for anything I want to do. If I had a bigger one than this, it wouldn't fit on my table. Um, I mean, I couldn't have any paint over here and wipe off paper over here if I had a bigger one. So, okay. Now then, I'm thinking I'm going to try putting copper on the back. Like I said, sometimes mixing the paint will not work, but we're going to try it just for fun. Let's see if we can get it to work. Oh man, I needed to get up. Goodness gracious. I'm getting old, y'all. My sit down doesn't want to get up sometimes. Okay. We'll see what happens. Wow. That doesn't look like enough paint. That doesn't look like enough paint. But we're going to try it anyway. Yeah, the 8 by 10 is just, that's why I didn't like it, because it wasn't big enough to fill up the whole piece of paper. And if you didn't get the border, if you didn't get the paper on there just right, your border was wonky. And you think I got the last 12 by 4? I don't think so, Mike. I got it a long time ago. At least a couple of years ago. There's a 12 by 12. Well, that would be good. 12 by 12 would be good. Maybe they just don't make the 12 by 14 anymore. I don't know. It is kind of magical working with the Gelli plate. I love it. And I think everybody I watch who works with them, it's like magic. It's not just me. It's just a really, really cool tool. But thank you, Riri. I like the 5 by 7 because if you want, something to fit on half of a page or something, you can use it. I like it better than the 8 by 10, but that's probably only because I have this one. Well, you need to listen to your wife. Wives always know better, Mike. But I think you would be happy with a 12 by 12. I think you'd be happy with a 12 by 12. I'm not sure they actually had a 12 by 12 when I ordered this one. I think it was a 8 by 10 and then it went up to this size. But I can't say that for positive. It doesn't look very lacy, but it looks like beautiful grunge. Oh, okay. Look at that. I like it. But once again, the lace doesn't really show up that well. There was just too much other stuff on there, too many layers. Yeah, yeah, and that would be good. If you got a lot of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper you want to use on it, that would be great. Okay, I'm happy with both of those. Now I've got to work around them and fill in the page. I've got to work around them and fill in the page. Okay. I do want to go ahead and do some on these. And since they already have a background, I'm just going to do a design and then print it on the front and back. So we'll see. How are you doing, Lisa? I'm glad you're here. Just come in to get on the mic. Okay, let me find some fun stuff to use before I get my paint on there. Otherwise, I'll end up letting it dry too much. Oh, that one's fun. That one's fun. And those will stick out beyond the edges. Let's start with those two for one, and then we'll change to some other flowers for another one. You've been lurking for a while. Well, we're glad you came in, even if it was only to reprimand Mike. He doesn't mind. He's used to it. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to do the green one. It's not quite as olivey as it looks on the camera. It's a really kind of a grass green. It's a pretty green. The problem is I was getting flowers, but the flowers would end up being green. Maybe I need to use leaves. And that way when I pick up, the green of the bag will show through as the leaves. And we'll use the flowers on the blue one. Oh, there you go. Plain white t-shirts. Well, that should be interesting. Let me find some leaves. I thought I had more big leaves. I don't know what I did with them. Oh. I'm not really wanting to use those ones I made out of this foamy stuff. They're just a little more difficult to use, and I'm kind of wanting to use my other ones. Whoa, don't go away. Well, I know I have some more leaves. I just don't know where they are. They're not in my box. Which makes me wonder. They're probably still on the floor down there, and I just didn't see them when I was trying to pick up all that mess I made last time. Okay, we're going to use these two, and we may throw in a little bit of this one. Going back to lurking. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to have to mute again. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. Ethan was just showing me what came in the mail today. I don't know. Y'all can't see how cool this is, but it's really cool. Yeah, go for it. Woo. No, that doesn't do it. It's upside down now. You sure? Okay. There you go. All right. Now kind of turn it sideways. All right. Okay, cool. Thank you. It's okay. I didn't know you were going to do that. I wasn't prepared. It's all right. I'll survive. Sorry, y'all got to see my warm fuzzy. Christmas Christmas warm fuzzy. That I wasn't expecting that, but it was a cool toy, wasn't it? Okay. We're going to pretend like that didn't happen. Pretend like Ethan didn't show me upside down, and we're going to move on here. Okay. Now then, I think I'm just going to use copper and put the leaves in. And then if some of this stuff comes up, that's okay. Of course, there's not going to be a lot where I put it probably, but anyway. Um, no, that is Transformers. Ethan does a lot of Legos. The the two newest ones he's done are the Lego Titanic and the Lego typewriter. There's two of the newer ones, and they are really awesome. That Titanic is like 53 inches long. It is the second biggest set they've ever made. Oh, yeah, it's anyway. That was Transformers. No, was that Transformers? He's into several different things besides Legos and Transformers. There's also some. I think that's Transformers though. There's also some anime stuff and some model building. He builds models of anime characters. So, um, anyway, he does a lot of. He's also very talented at drawing, but he doesn't share his stuff with me as much as Hannah does. So, yeah, the typewriter is really cool. I love the typewriter, but that Titanic, it takes up a huge amount of space once it's all put together. Oh, okay. Now then, let's see. What was I going to do here? Oh, leaves, copper. Where did I put the copper? Okay. Yeah, it was a transformer. Thank you, Mike. I was pretty sure it was, but as soon as it wasn't here anymore, then my confidence level went away. Oh, not that one. Okay. Sorry about that. Now I've made a mess. Legos are pricey. Yes, they are. And those the adult Lego sets, like the Titanic and that typewriter, and the he's done the um what's it called? The excavator, um, bucket wheel excavator. Those are very expensive, but he didn't have many other bills, so he could afford to buy those, and he enjoys building them. Okay, let's do. Hi, Shelly. I'm glad you're here. Oh, that one slid around. Well, it doesn't look too terrible. Okay, let's put in some of these. It's still cheaper than paper crafting. Um, I don't know. It depends. If you build them as quickly as Ethan does, it can be expensive because that Titanic had over 9,000 pieces. Almost, I think it was like 9,090 pieces or something like that. And he built it in 3 days. So when you build them as fast as he does, it adds up pretty quick. He does some of his own mocks and stuff, but not as many as he does the big sets. Get him a 3D printer. Okay. Oh, let's go ahead and put in. I was going to put in one of these or two, because there's some spot here that just needs to be filled up. Okay. Now then, let's see if this is even going to work. It might not even work. He would be a great engineer, but he doesn't like math enough to be an engineer. He's good at it. He just doesn't really like it at all. Not at all. But he does love building things. He's built a lot of mocks that were big ships and um, spacecraft, and um, on Lego Digital Designer, he builds robots and things with Legos. So okay, I don't know. I'm kind of scared. Don't know how this is going to turn out. Okay, let's see if we can pull it up. I like it. He does drafting and design. That's cool. Ethan would be good at that. He took a drafting course and a graphic design course both in high school, just one semester each. But okay, let's see if we can get some of this to come up. No, okay. Thank you, Barbara. Oh, that's interesting, Mike. I didn't realize they had gotten that inexpensive. We looked into one several years ago because we thought he would enjoy it, but they were, to get one that would do anything, it was $1,000 or more. That's interesting. I'll have to look into that. Of course, then you spend your money on the plastic. Okay, I'm not sure how this is going to work. Um, I'm going to do flowers on this one, I think. Okay, sorry. I just need to make sure that that wasn't something I needed to deal with. Okay, I'm going to leave this here and I'm just going to put my flower stuff down on it and it'll pull up some of these leaves too, and the leaves will be copper. That'll be cool. I think that'll be cool. So we're going to do it. Okay, and I'm going to see. Oh, those pliers. Okay, let's see. We're going to do pink and purple. And let's go ahead and add a little bit of white. Well, I got too much paint on here, so now I've got to fill up the whole thing. Okay, now then, where? Okay, on the other side of this one, if I can fold this down, on this side, I'm going to print off these flowers onto here. It's very pink, isn't it? The purple just made it pinker. And let me get this off out of the way. Okay. Thank you, Jacqueline. I'm going to put the flowers on here, stamp them off. That way we can do double duty here. Hmm. All right, let's try that again. It didn't pull up much. You're the only child in that house. Well, um, that did not work very well. So let's see if we can get it a different one. Okay. These are not coming off on the paper bag very good. It's not pulling up as much paint as I thought it would. But we're going to go ahead and do it anyway because um, that's what I've started. Go back down there and try to make that one better. All right, now let's try this one. Ooh, it's drying. When they start pulling up really nice, you know your paint's drying. And it doesn't come off very good over there for the same reason. Okay. Well, this didn't turn out quite as good as I'd hoped for. But that's okay. It happens. How do you turn subscriber mode only on? When you're setting up for your stream, you go through several different places, but one of them is customization. Or if you're editing it, you can go into customization. And when you're in customization, it says everyone or subscriber only. And if you click subscriber only, then it brings up a menu of how long do they have to be a subscriber, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or whatever. And I just choose 1 minute. But so far, that 1 minute's been enough. Some people are using 5 minutes, but I don't think we've had any bots come in when with me on in 1 minute. So I think that's working fine. Okay. We do have a small problem here though. Because this dried, I can't just take my blue one and put it down on there and pull up like I did this one. Which means that I'm just going to end up covering up the blue. Yes, customization, click subscriber only, then choose the minute option. Right. And you can choose whatever minutes you want. Like I said, a lot of people are doing 5, but I decided to try 1, and so far that's worked fine. It's in YouTube. You do it in YouTube. When you're setting up in StreamYard and you go back into YouTube, like to turn on monetization or whatever, then when you get into the editing portion for this video that you're setting up, then you go to customization. It's really easy to do once you know how to find it. It just takes a second, but you got to know how to find it. Okay. I'm going to put this bright yellow behind it. And I need to find, okay. Let's stick this back so I can do some more wipe off on it. Okay. Make sure I've got stuff ready. Yeah, Janet's been watching and she says she agrees with me that 1 minute works just fine. I do it for live streams. You don't have to do it for videos because it's just for the chat. So people can't throw those bots into the chat. But I do it every time I set up for a live stream. But it's like I said, it doesn't take but an extra minute. And when you're doing live streaming on YouTube and not through StreamYard, you go through that process anyway. I mean, that customization is just part of it. Oh, hold on just a minute. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. Ugh. I unmuted Janet. I muted because I had to talk to Hannah on the phone. But I'm unmuted now. I just didn't want this to dry, and I probably would have been okay if I'd let it dry. Looking at it. I'm a wanted woman today. I am. I'm vital in everybody's life. Oh, goodness. No. It, I don't mind being vital in Ethan and Hannah's life. It's when all these companies that I'm having to deal with right now that's not easy, that I'm not as excited about being them wanting to call me. Okay. Well, it got some pretty stuff on there. And if you just want a pretty grungy bag, that's pretty. But it didn't actually lift off as good as I was hoping. That's pretty though. So we got some stuff on some more pages, but it didn't turn out as good as I was hoping. That's okay, Janet. I appreciate it because I have forgotten in the past. I have. I'm known for that. I'm known for forgetting. This time I didn't. I'm going to let this dry, and we're going to put something else on it and pull it up somewhere else. I wonder if I don't think this will actually pull anything up right at this point because I think it's too dry, but we're going to see. That did some. Okay, that one's finished now. Let's see if we can get. Sometimes you can pull more off and sometimes you can't. That's looking good, actually. I'm going to go ahead and do some more there. Okay, that one's finished now. And I'm going to let the rest of this dry a little bit more, and then we'll go ahead and yeah, you have to do it each time you live stream, Mike. I wish there was a setting it would just stay on, but it doesn't. Okay. Trying to think how I'm going to use this. If I want to use it as a page in a journal, I could go ahead and do on the back. If I'm going to use it as collage, there wouldn't be a need to do it on the back, but then I would have two options. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do this, and then do some more of the edges of those other papers. It looks very grungy and yummy. Yes, it does, Brittany. I really like that. But now I've got to decide what to put behind it. What to put behind it. I'm thinking I'm going to do some blues or greens. Tell me what you think. Should I put blues or greens behind it? I'm going to let you make the decision. I'll take the first person who says blue or green. Now give me a minute to get a drink and relax a second. Blue, says Dana. Okay. I'm going to do some of that blue and this blue. This one is phthalo blue, and this one is cobalt blue. The other blue I have is this one that's deep blue that looks more purple. Hi, Vanessa. It's good to see you. She says green, and so did Janet, but Dana got her bid in first, so we're going to go with what Dana said. Okay, we're going to assume that we've taken off enough paint. And even though we might not have. Okay. Hi, Angela. I'm glad you're here. That's not wanting to stay down. So we are going to do this and make it stay down. And we're going to do this over here and make that stay down. Got messy paint there. And we're going to use this right here. Okay. Okay, well, I put on too much paint. I didn't take off enough. So it's still, it didn't pull up really well. I really think part of that is because using the copper earlier, I kind of messed with the plate a little bit. That's came off fairly good. Let's see what we got here. Okay. That's really interesting. There's a lot of copper. Can you see that copper through it? So it did pick up some of the copper. But I think the copper is the reason it wasn't picking up before, because I mixed types of paint. And that does make a difference. But that's pretty. I like it. Okay. Oh. I'm going to have to get off here in a few minutes. So I can go get ready and go pick up Hannah. I'm actually excited about going to pick her up because I get to drive my car. I get to drive my car instead of that horrible, I shouldn't say horrible. It was not a horrible vehicle. It just doesn't fit my body. But it was hard for me to drive. That's what I mean when I say horrible. It was difficult. Not horrible, just difficult. Okay. I almost want to just drive around for a while just because it's so nice to drive my car after that one. Okay, here's some stuff I needed to get. Both of those still have some stuff that they need. And these need stuff. I may just have to do doodling or something on those. I was driving a Ford Explorer pickup, and where it's got two sets of seats and then a little pickup bed in the back. And I um and it was very difficult for me to drive. I mean, I literally was practically sitting on the steering wheel to get my legs close enough, my short little legs, where I could push the pedals. And it was it was also, well, it was old. I don't know how old it is, and I have no problem with old vehicles. I bought one new car in my life, and it got a motorcycle ran over one side of it 2 weeks after I bought it. I hadn't even made my first payment on it yet. And that was the first car I ever bought. And since then, I have never bought another new car because you spend a lot of extra money for something, just for it being new. But but anyway, I don't know what year model it was, but it was I would say it was in the 90s probably. And the reason I say that's because it had 319,000 miles on it. So it has, and it may be that they've made it last that long because it belongs to the mechanic shop. I don't know. But I don't know if a normal person would let one drive that long. But, I do, it's funny because my car is a Ford Flex, and it is so much nicer to drive um than this little Ford Explorer pickup thing. And it's just it's like driving a Cadillac compared. And I've never driven a Cadillac. I've ridden in one, I've never driven one, but the difference between the two is just amazing as far as how easy it is for me. And one of those things is that the Ford Flex that I have has pedals that extend. So that way I can sit further back and still reach the pedals. And that little Ford Explorer did not have that. And and that makes a huge difference on how you feel when you're driving it. Plus, it was just has power steering, and the other one doesn't have power steering. I mean, there's just a big difference. But I'm so grateful. I don't want you to think I'm not grateful, but I'm very grateful that I had that little pickup to drive. Because otherwise, I would have to be asking my mom every day if I could borrow her car to go pick up Hannah or take her to work. And this way, I didn't have to do that. But yeah, the Flex is a nice ride. I really like it. I probably, of all the vehicles I've ever had, it's my favorite one. Um, and I probably wouldn't have liked it as much when I was 20. I might have, I don't know. When I was 20, I had a Chevy Cavalier with a sunroof, and it was a little sporty kind of car. And that's the other car that I really, really loved, that I had. But that was, way long time ago. This one's perfect for me now. It's perfect for me now. And I drove a lot of things trying to find something that would fit me nice and be easy for me to drive, and this Flex was the best of everything I drove. And I drove a lot of things that were more expensive vehicles and newer vehicles than this Flex, but none of them were as nice and easy for me to drive as it is. So I'm very, very grateful we were able to buy it. It's a huge blessing. It does, yeah. It does look like a station wagon. Um, they call it a flex truck because it's built on a truck chassis, but it drives a lot more like a car, except that it's really long and you have to take wider turns. I've driven vans and that Mercury Mariner, and none of them did I have to take turns wide like I do this Flex. It's just got a longer chassis, but and it's harder for me to park because it doesn't want to turn, into parking spaces that are tight and straight on. When they angle them, it's a lot easier, but when they're straight on like this, it's a lot harder for me to get in there. But I haven't had it that long, so I'm sure I'll get better at it. But I really like it, and it's got lots of room inside for cargo, which I like that too. So, okay, I'm going to do one more thing And then I'm going to have to get off and go get Hannah. But I'm not sure what that one more thing is going to be. I've got these leaves and flowers and I'm liking them, so I think I'm just going to use these and put them on there. And I'm going to, I think we got in an accident in my friend's Flex and it totaled it. She was so upset because they don't make them anymore. That's true. I think they stopped making them in 2019. I'm not positive. Mine's a 2010. And for being a 2010, it's in great shape. It's got some scrapes and things, on the outside, but inside it's wonderful. And it's the first time I've ever had all the bells and whistles. I've never had all the bells and whistles before. So I really like that too. Um, I really like that too. But okay, let's do a little bit more white. Okay, I don't think I got enough because I do want to pull some of it up. Well, let's just see. Okay. No, they're not. They're. I think they're just front wheel drive. I'm not positive. I'm not positive about that. They're. I have driven it in snow. I haven't driven it on ice yet because we haven't had any ice. Well, I know that I take that back. I did drive it on ice, and it did pretty well. It was a lot of. I watched a lot of people in pickups sliding all over creation, and I didn't slide very much at all. Of course, I was also going a lot slower. I wasn't in as big a hurry as them, but I think because it has the you know it's covered all the way, or when it has seats and all that stuff, I think that's why it's heavier, so that's why I think it does so well in the snow and stuff. But this is looking really pretty just like this. Yeah. And I don't know why these people who have these pickups, you would think if you had a pickup, you would be smart enough to know that it has limitations. But there are so many people who think, "Oh, I've got a pickup, I can do anything," and they end up being the ones that are sliding over into poles and you know that kind of stuff. While I'm just tootling along, just tootling along. Oh, that looks really pretty. I don't know if it'll I don't know how good it's going to come up when I put something behind it and try it, but we're going to. They're either front wheel drive or all wheel drive. Okay. Yeah, I honestly don't know. I know it does have that skid control. Um but I don't know. I don't know which one it is. I could look and probably find out, but right at the moment I don't know. Um yes, sand in the back is a good idea. Or cement blocks or something. It depends on, whether you want stuff to slide around in there and scrape up the back of your truck or not. Um, Hi, Linda. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to let this dry a little bit and we're going to pull it up and then we're going to call it a day. I really hope this will pull everything up because it really looks pretty, just like it is. Okay. Now then, what to put behind it? Okay, I do not do this ever. But I'm going to put black behind it just to see what it'll do. Okay. Once again, maybe too much paint. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and use some of this paper. Let's see if we can get a good print, and then do this for the rest. I'm hoping that the black in the back will make the other stuff really show up good. I don't know if it'll work like I want it to or not. Janet thinks it'll work wonderful. Yay. We'll see. I'm going to let this sit on here a little bit longer than I normally do and see if that will help. Okay, Linda, thanks for popping in. I watched Mariah and Patricia, and they put the paper on like this and rub it around, and then they move it over and set it aside and go on with something else, and then come back and take it off. And I have never, ever had the courage to do that. And I'm not going to do it now because I don't have time, but I am going to let it sit a little longer than I normally do and see if that will help it come off better. My hands are a mess. I'll tell you what, I'm going to clean my hands. And that'll give it a minute more. Okay, come on. Well, I've had paper stick too, and but they say they're just using copy paper and it doesn't stick for them, so I'm going to give it a try. If it sticks, this is the last we're going to do today anyway, so it won't be the end of the world, but It won't be the end of the world. And if it sticks, then I won't ever try this again. But that's exactly what I'm afraid of. Okay, let's start with this one. Okay, look how clean that is. I mean, there's a little bit, but that worked great. Let's see how the big one does. Oh, I hope that's not something important. Sorry, y'all. If it's not ringing, it's dinging. Okay, nothing I have to deal with right now. All right, let's see what we got here. Ooh. You do have to pull harder. But it's not sticking like I thought it would. And it looks really cool. Woohoo! There we go. I really like that. So that was a good test, and the results turned out really good. It didn't completely clean my plate, but it did a lot better than the other ones I've been getting. So, and I like the black behind it, even though that's really unusual for me. Oh, hi, sweetie. Oh my goodness. Are you okay? Were you in the hospital or? Oh, sorry, honey. I have to get off. I started at 2 and it's 4:20 and I have to get off. Um, I'm so sorry. We can do it another time though. Oh, I wish I could stay on and just bring you in. That would be great, but I have to go get my daughter. Your phone was dead. Oh, I'm so sorry. But everything's okay? You're okay? I was a little concerned about you. So I'm glad you popped in. At least now I know that you're okay. But we'll try it again. How about next Thursday? Would that work? Or you could come on Monday night with me if you want to, if that time of day would work better for you. Okay, which one? Monday night or next Thursday? Next Monday or next Thursday? Which one do you want? I'm fine either way. Monday night would be at 6 p.m. Central Time, which if you're in California, that would be 4 o'clock your time. And then Thursday would be 2 o'clock Texas time, which would be 4 o'clock your time. I think somebody said you were in California, and I didn't know if that was right or not. But um, Monday will be good. Okay, no, it's okay, honey. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed. I'm just glad to know you're okay. That's what's important is that you're okay and that something didn't happen to you. That's what I was concerned about. But so Monday night, we'll try it Monday night, and I will send you a link in Facebook at 5:45, and then we'll try to start at about 6. Does that sound good? So that's great because I can just leave all this stuff set up right here for Monday night. I don't have to move it. Yay. Okay. All right, great. Well, we love you, honey, and we're glad you're okay. I'm so glad you popped in so we would know everything was okay because I was concerned. I am going to go ahead and get off though because I do have to go get Hannah, and it takes me a little bit to get cleaned up and ready to go so I can do that. But God bless you all. I love you. Thank you for coming and spending time with me this afternoon. I enjoyed it so much. And come back Monday night. Letitia will be here Monday night and we'll do some more jelly printing. You can never get too much jelly printing. Okay, love you all. God bless you. Bye bye.